This is only like attempt number 50 to record this little introduction. Yeah, it's one of them days, but guess what? Today is giveaway day. So I am going to leave the comments open on our giveaway video until midnight tonight, and then I will pick and do the drawing and record it and announce the winner or winners in the morning. You never know with me. Never know. So let's go into our Photoshop tutorial. No clue how it's going to turn out because it's been a crazy morning already. First public service announcement for all you guys that don't know. Always make sure that you are completely dry before you attempt to put on a pair of skinny jeans. I'm just going to leave that out there. Leaving it out there for all of you that didn't know. Yeah, it's been one of the mornings. So anyway, let's jump right into the video, guys. Okay, so let's see what we can get done this morning. It has been a crazy morning for me already. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't even know. I'm not even going to attempt to act like I know. So I think I want to continue on with my, you know, in the last Photoshop tutorial, we were doing like the Americana type theme. And I think I want to continue on with that. But I want to show you one thing for those of you that have never used the brushes in Photoshop. I just want to show you why I enjoy the brushes so much. So I have started with my blank canvas here. It's the 11 by 8.5. I have it set for a white background. And I just want to kind of show you the fun that you can have with the brushes. Now, in the stuff that I downloaded the other day, I did download a star brush set. And so that's what I clicked on right there. And so you can look, when you go to this, you pick one, you can look and see what the design is. So let me see what I have. I have my blend mode set to normal. So I'm just gonna, well, I hit that way too much. That's the other thing, is you can, you know, you can do it like that. You know, so I just hit it to normal, hit one time, and then I can even go down over here and I can reduce the size of my little star. That's a little too small. But I can just, you know, do all sorts of stuff with my little stars here. And let's make some maybe medium size. That one's about the same size the other one was. Let's make a jumbo one like that. And then if I want to change the color, and I want to keep it with that Americana type color, so I am just going to go to my downloads where I had those images, and I'm just going to pull an image. I'm going to click done, and then I'm going to take my eyedropper tool and I'm going to get it onto a blue color that I want. I like that one. And then I'm just going to hide that image for now because I may end up using that image. So I'm just going to reduce the size some, you know, and now I'm going to do, whoops, you got to click the actual layer that you're putting it on. And I'm just going to put a couple of the blue stars. Okay. Now we can go over here and let's see what this brush is. And so when I go to my size, you can see this is like a shooting star. So let's add a couple of these. And this is the fun part of a brush. I love working with the brushes like this because they can be so much fun. Alright, and so we want to do the red again. So I'm just going to get my eyedropper tool. I unhid that layer. I'm going to get my eyedropper tool, get it on that red color. I'm going to hide that again and then get back to the layer I need to work on. And then I'm just going to put a couple of stars there. So let's see what else we can do. This one is a plain star, so let's go with that. Let's put a couple of these at that. Whoops, I hit that twice. And let's reduce that size some as well. And I'm just putting some stars here and there. And you can see on a couple of them I like double hit, so it's almost like a double exposure, and I don't really want that. So I just done the back button. And then I can increase that size a little bit. Let's get some variety in there. Oops. And now let's go back to the blue. So I'm going to go back to my lady. I'm going to unhide her, take my eyedropper tool. And there we go. Hide her again, go back to that layer. And then I'm going to add some blue stars. I'll add some small ones here and there. And so there's brushes for all sorts of different things. And so the brushes is just fun to work with because you can just do so much with them. And I keep hitting it twice, y'all. Alright, and let's see what other brush we have. That one might be cool. Let's try that. We had the blue. Did I hit it twice? I think I'm okay. Yeah, so now let's go back to our lady. Let's unhide her. Let's do the eyedropper tool. Let's pull that red color. That's the one I think I want. We're going to hide her again, go back to this layer. And we're just going to barely touch there. And let's make another one. Let's make it a little bigger. And I don't really want it completely on the screen, so I'm just going to hit like here. Alright, now let's see what other brushes we have. See, I enjoy playing around with it, so I like that one. So let's try and maybe add a couple here and there. This is just like a really 4th of July type thing for me. I love it. Oh shoot, did y'all see that? That's not what I wanted to do. So I just done the back tool. So I'm just selecting my blue. I'm going to hide that layer and go back to the layer I want to work in. And I'm just going to put some of those blue stars there. And because what I may do, I may actually use this page just like this. But then again, I may use this page as like a background. And you know how I'll fade it or kind of erase some of it. I may end up doing that. I'm just not sure. Y'all know I never know what I'm going to do. Alright, let's go with that one. Well, I wasn't planning on putting it there, but it works. And so I know this maybe looks crazy to some of you guys, but I love this. I absolutely love this. This just like screams 4th of July to me. And we'll do a couple of these and then we'll go on to work on something else. And let me get a couple more red in here. Eyedropper tool, we're going to get it on the red that we want. Hide that, go back to our working layer, and then we're going to just do a couple of... Okay. So, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save this as a JPEG because I may end up using this just like this. So in the meantime, let's go to Create New. Let's see what else we can do. I'm just going to pull some photos in, maybe. I bet you it's on my little flash drive that I'm wanting. That's okay. I think we can make this one work. Let's see what we can do with this. It may be a little too splotched or spotted, but we're going to try it. So what I want to do, I'm going to go to my fill color, the paint bucket, and I'm still on that red, and I'm just going to see what it'll do. It's a little too splotched to actually get good coverage, but it may work out. We're going to see. It may actually turn out looking pretty cool. So I'm just going through and like putting the red. That's not what I wanted to do. Y'all see I'm really bad about like hitting the things I don't want to hit, and yeah, so I hope all of you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are excited about the giveaway as I am. I am super excited. I'm super excited to create a journal catered to your likes and dislikes for whoever it is that wins. And I will be filming, if not all of it, I will be filming most of it, but I am not going to upload those until the winner actually receives their journal, because I want it to be a surprise for them when they open it, you know, after I create it. So I'm just going through and I'm just like filling in a lot of the gray areas, and if you notice, I'm not being real careful as to making sure that every bit of it is covered, and that's because I kind of like it. It's got like a grungy look to it, and I kind of like that. So that's what we're going with. And I think I may attempt to do like the little splatter dots. I'm going to see if they have good enough of a defined edge that we can do some of those like a blue color. So let's pull our lady back in. We're going to click done, and I'm going to get my eyedropper tool, and I'm just going to get that blue color again, and now I'm going to hide her. And I'm going to go back to the layer that I was working in, and I just want to click the paint bucket. And then some of these little areas, I'm going to enlarge this. And so some of these areas like this, I want to do the blue. I don't know how this is going to look, but we're going to try it. I'm hoping that it'll look good, but we just don't know. I don't know if it's going to be defined enough that you can really see the blue. But there's only one way for us to find out, and that's to actually do it. So that's what we're going with. And then if I hit a spot that I'm, you know, where I put it where I didn't want it, I just hit the back button. That back button is my friend, as you can see. I use the back button quite often because I am the world's worst at hitting things that I don't need to hit, and yeah. So I do like how some of that looked. See how it's got that was on accident, but I liked it because I think that looks pretty cool. So, yep. This is kind of fun. We'll see how it looks. I'm liking that. I'm really liking that. Now, I may have picked a design that's going to take me forever to do because of all of the little spots in it, but you know, like I said, you never know what you're going to get with me. You know, one morning it may be a super quick, almost seamless Photoshop video, and then the next morning it's going to be something like this. You know, to where I'm having to hit the back button almost as much as I'm using the paintbrush tool. Yep, but you know, the thing is, that's real life. That's how you know, things actually work out. So I'm not going to stress too much. Notice I said too much. I didn't say I wasn't going to stress. Because, you know, oh yeah, we're going to be here a while, guys. But I just, you know, and I may not finish this page on here with you guys. Excuse me, because I really wanted to show you the different ways that you can do change a graphic, change an image, and it's so much fun. Now I could have done the layer and use the curves, but I wanted to have a little bit more control over where my colors went, and that's the reason why I'm doing it like this. It's just so that I can really control how much blue, how much red, even how much gray I allow to show. So that's all I'm doing, is just going through here and trying to do all of this. It's just been crazy. So I know that I have been running behind on my videos. Work has been a little insane, and then, you know, everything that's been with my son, and then, yeah, it's always something. That's what I was telling somebody the other day. They were like, oh my God, you always have something going on. I said, well, when you have as many kids as I do, that's just a given. Because when you do the math and you know, figure out how many kids I have versus what all's going on, I think we're probably on the lower side of that trend. But it just seems like so much because I do have so many children. When in actuality, it's really not a lot. But it does seem that way at times. And I guess it really seems that way to somebody that doesn't have any children, or only has like 1 or 2 children. It probably does seem a lot more. So all of my kiddos are doing well. My baby girl got moved. I'm not happy. It was just comforting knowing that I could just see them, and I have to be careful even talking about it right now because I will start crying because I miss my little TT. That's what we called her oldest son. His name is Trenton James. But he got stuck with the little nickname TT. And let me tell you, that little thing is something else. He's going to be a heartbreaker because he is a ladies' man, and he's 3. He'll be 4 this month. And he's got that curly blonde hair. He's just one of those little boys he's just pretty. He's just pretty. And he is a little stinker. So I have to be careful talking about it because it will get me all upset because I miss my babies. But it is what it is. My kids have to do what, you know, is best for their family. When I was raising them, I done what, you know, what we thought was best for our family. So, okay. I am not going to continue doing this for the rest of the video because it will be all, you know, I'll be here for a while. But we will go on to something. But you can see how this is looking. I love it. Absolutely love this. So let's see what else we can do. Now, let me do this. While we were talking about the brushes and the different brushes, let me just show you some of the ones that I do have. Let me see, like this is one that I just downloaded from Graphics Fairy. And my husband loves sea creatures, so this is like so cool for him. He hasn't seen it yet. But see, it's like it's like all the different sea creatures. So you can add these images anywhere in your papers or your drawing that you want to, and you can change the colors, you can change the size. You just have so much that you can do with these, and it is so much fun. I like to just get on here and look at all of the different things that are available. So I love the brushes. And especially now that they are available on the iPad, I have really, really, really enjoyed that. So let's just see if we can go with that Americana theme. And let me go and see what we can pull up. Let's go to Graphics Fairy. I don't know what I'm doing, obviously. I have no clue because I'm telling you guys, it's been crazy. I know what we can do. Let's go ahead to the Graphics Fairy. And let me log in. I thought it kept me logged in, but for whatever reason it didn't. Let's see if we can pull up maybe like a library card. Let's just see what it pulls up here. Okay, we'll go with this one. So I am just going to save that. I'm going to go back over here to Photoshop. I'm going to go back into my document. It's the clear, it's the white background, 11 by 8.5. Now I'm going to pull in photos. I think that's where I saved it yet. And I'm going to open that library card. Maybe. I'm just going to reduce the size just a little bit. And now since we have been working with that Americana type stuff, let's pull in this American lady. And so I just put her on top of that, and then I can reduce the opacity that she has there. I like that. And then I can go back over here to my brushes, and I can go back down to my stars brush. And let's see, which one do we want to pick? It helps if I actually pick one rather than just being goofy. Alright, so we're going to take that and we're just going to hit it like right there. And I don't know if you can see it. Let's see what it does if we do darken. It's not really going to, let's do it on that image maybe. Okay, so you see it was a little darker when I went to this image itself. And let's see if we done darker color. We'll try it. Alright, so I'm just going to add a few stars on here. Whoops, not what I wanted to do. Nor was that. Or that. See, I'm showing y'all what not to do. And so I'm just making a cute little journal type card to go with my papers that I have created. I'm just going to do a couple more of the stars. Now I do need to bring in some red, so let me go back. I selected the lady that I was working on. I unhid her, and then I'm just going to pull that red color. Then I'm going to go back to my library card. Let's do a different brush. Let's do the raised star. Let's reduce the size slightly. And that's all. Now, you do see that I'm outside of the card just a little bit. That's okay. So now I'm going to take and I'm going to enlarge enlarge that. I'm going to put it on my erase tool, and I have it set for 5. And so I'm just going to go right here, and I'm going to erase all the way up right to, and that's why I like working in the pixels, because when I'm working in the pixels you can see. So I'm just erasing that little bit that's on the outside of my library card, and that one is apparently in a different layer. I think it's in the layer where the lady is. So you see that it didn't touch that because it was not that layer. But now I'm working in that one. And so now I can just erase that some. Alright, I'm going to go back to this layer because I think that's pretty much where everything else is. And I'm just erasing those stars that go outside of the card. And this is how I do, you know, you can do any of your ephemera that you're not able to do a clipping mask on for whatever reason. Just go through and you can do it just like this, and it's not any harder. It just might take you a few minutes longer. That's it. So I'm just going to finish erasing this. Now I could pick a bigger brush, but that would make too much sense. So that's why I just kept my little brush. Yep. I know, I can be goofy. Alright, and so there we have it. And I'm just going to save this. And we are good to go. It's just that easy that you can change so much around to get the different designs or styles that you want. So let's go back over here, and I'm just going to pull in the two things that we created today. This morning, I'm going to get my 11 by 8.5. I'm going to go over here to uploads, and I went into Canva. And I'm going to go to albums, and I'm going to upload my heart design and my library card. And I'm going to click add. And so see, we can add this in. This makes such a cute background. And then here's our library card. Just like that. And then I could even go over here to elements and say we wanted that. And then I can go to uploads, I can click that, and then I could do that. And then if I wanted to, I could change the color of the Lord have mercy, the border. So there's all kinds of stuff that you can do in Photoshop and as well as in Canva. So hopefully you guys learned something today. I love making this kind of stuff. It is so much fun to make. I am going to make some more ephemera for this collection. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget the giveaway is today, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.